Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our daily show of PTI. I'm Zach. I'm here with Sarav, Jake, and Walter. And we got a couple fiery hot takes by some of these guys up here to share with you. First one, is Brandon Aiyuk a top 10 receiver? Nonetheless, maybe even top 5. Sarav, I know you have him pretty high in your rankings.
Yeah, I have Brandon Aiyuk as my 6th best receiver in the league. I have Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown over him. I feel Aiyuk is 6 because he led the league in yards a catch last year. He's arguably one of the best blockers in the league other than his teammate Juwan Jennings. And I think that he is worth the money that he's holding out for.
Jake, is that something you agree with? Do you have him that high in your rankings?
I have him at 7, actually. I believe I have in front of him, I have Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, and Amon-Ra.
And then Walter, I feel like you have him a lot lower than those two guys on the other side of me. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't think he's top 10. There's a lot more better receivers than he is. That we have Jefferson, we have Hill, we have Kupp, we have Adams, A.J. Brown, and I also think DK Metcalf is a better receiver than he is. He has great hands and he also has an incredible speed.
Why DK?
Okay, I want to ask you, Walter. You have a couple of guys that are a lot more questionable over here than these guys. Why do you say Brandon Aiyuk isn't on the level of those guys, such as like DK Metcalf?
He hasn't been in the league for as long as those guys, and he is a good receiver. I think he is top 15, but I just think he hasn't gone to the level of them yet. But he is a great receiver, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's gone to that level yet.
And then Sarav, down here on the other end of the table, why do you believe Brandon Aiyuk is on those levels with those guys?
I think he's produced, 3-4 years at the same level as those guys. I mean, DK and Aiyuk are in the same draft class, and Aiyuk has had arguably more production than DK has in his career. So, yeah.
And then Jake?
I think Aiyuk is higher because look at his stats. 75 receptions last season for 1,342 yards, averaging almost 18 yards per target. He is up there with he's up there with Tyreek Hill and with all these other guys and all these top receivers in the league. And we shouldn't be.
And then Sarav, you're a 49ers fan, so do you believe that Brandon Aiyuk has the ability and has produced enough to be whining, you so could say, about his contract situation right now?
Yeah, I think he has the right to be whining because I feel he should be paid at the same level as Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, and I don't think Tyreek level, but nor Jefferson level, but I think he should be paid the same as Amon-Ra and A.J. Brown. I feel like he's that good of a receiver.
Walter, what kind of money do you think he should be making?
I mean, I think he should be making good money, but I don't think he should be making A.J. Brown money. A.J. Brown is one of the top receivers in the league, and I don't think Aiyuk is there yet.
And then we're going to move on to our second topic. We might hear the 49ers name pop up again. We're going to talk about the best wide receiver cores in the NFL. Walter, we'll start with you. Who's the best wide receiver core?
And I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins. They have the best receiver in the league, Tyreek Hill, and they also have one of the best second receivers in the league in Jalen Waddle. They also do have OBJ, who is a little washed, but I think with those three receivers, I think they have some good firepower there. And if OBJ doesn't get injured, I think he can play well.
And Jake, is that something you agree with, the Miami Dolphins?
I agree, because we have 2 top 10 receivers, in my opinion, in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, as well as OBJ as a good third option. And in Mike McDaniel's system, I really think that we can use these weapons regardless of the quarterback.
And then Sarav, I believe you have the 49ers there.
I have the 49ers. I mean, Jake, you said that Deebo Samuel is your 3rd best receiver in the league. If that's true, then Niners should definitely be the best receiver core because we have Aiyuk and Deebo Samuel.
But you put Tyreek Hill as your 1.
Yeah, but then Waddle's like 40.
Waddle's
Waddle is better than Aiyuk.
Waddle's top 10.
And
I think Waddle has.
If we're talking about pass catchers over, the 49ers do have the significantly better tight end and a running back that can come out of the backfield to make their receiving core even better.
And we have Juwan Jennings, who's also the best wide receiver in the league.
Jake, what do you have to say to the people that talk about the tight ends and running backs as receivers coming out of the backfield and off the line? Because that would favor the 49ers.
Well, I would consider the fact that the Dolphins do have, as I said, 2 incredible pass catchers in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, to the point that we do utilize our running backs like Devon Achane as. We do utilize them as runners and as pass catchers. However, Mike McDaniel's system is centered more around Tyreek Hill. For example, his stats having 119 receptions, which is just an insane number.
And then Walter, do you have any last words to say to each of you before we go?
No, I think the Dolphins are the best receiving duo in the league with Hill and Waddle. I mean, I think the Niners are up there. I think Debo's a great receiver, and so is Ayuk. But I think Tyreek is obviously way better than both of them combined, and I think Waddle is better than Ayuk.
That's all we have time for here on PTI. We're going to do a quick commercial break, but while we're off air, why don't you go follow our X account and tell us where do you rank Brandon Ayuk, and who do you think has the best wide receiver core? We'll be right back after this commercial break.